Hi everyone, it's Anya here. I'm back with another video for Ophelia Talks, and today we are making the back of one of my cushions. So I don't know whether you remember, but in a previous video we made this. So I have the same colors ready here because I want to use them for the back of a cushion. Now this cushion is rectangular, and by doing 6 granny squares basically you can make a rectangle. But if you just do a granny square and you keep going, for example, I've done this as a sort of little example, you keep going and make it big, you'll only ever get to this size because it's going to be square. It's a granny square, that's going to be square. But what if we did it longer so it would be a rectangle? And that's what we are going to do today. So I am going to show you how. Let's start with any of my colors. I'm just, using them in whichever order, I don't mind. This is Lincoln, and I'm using a 3.5, and I am going to chain 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I have 21 stitches. Now I am going to do 3 double crochets in the 6th stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one here. So yarn over into there. I always try and pick up 2 legs of that chain, and I am going to do another 3 in there. Oh, another 2, I mean. So we have 3 in there. Okay, so that's the first one we do. Then you are going to skip 2 stitches and you do another 3 double crochets into the next stitch. Okay, and same thing again. Skip 2 and do 3 double crochets into the next stitch. Same thing again, skip 2, 3 double crochets in the 3rd stitch. And again. Now you should have 3 stitches left, 1, 2, 3. In the 3rd one, make sure you get in there, you do 1 double crochet. Okay, and that is that for that color. I am going to change colors straight away. So we are going to get started with the second color. I am going to do a slip knot. Take this one out, we've cut that off, so that's fine. And let's get started with our next color. So this here is going to be a corner. So I yarn over into there, and I am going to do 3 double crochets. Oops, finish them properly. 2 chains. Then another set of 3 double crochets into that hole, 2 chains, and another set into that same hole. So we have this into the end of our work. We are now going to go and do clusters of double crochets in between the clusters from the previous row basically. So there and here. and we go and we do another set. And we keep going. And we've made it to the other side here where we have another one of those sort of holes, big holes. And that's where we are going to do one cluster of 3 double crochets, 2 chains, another cluster of 3 double crochets, two chains, and another cluster of 3 double crochets. That's another corner made. Then we are going to do a side, and basically that's just doing what we normally do when we do a granny square. So we are putting clusters of 3 double crochets, or in UK terms treble crochets, into the opening between the 2 clusters from the previous row. And we got to the end here, so we are going to slip stitch. I skip that first one because that's that standing double crochet, which always closes up for me. I then do the slip stitch, and that then takes over the top of that standing stitch. So here we are. So now all we need to do is start doing corners here in the corners, in the 4 corners, and then it grows like a normal granny square. So what colour shall we choose next? Let's go for the petrol, and I will just show you how to do the corners, and then I'm sure you'll be able to do this. So slip knot on your hook, and let's just start where we finished off. Let me just do a little knot in there, that will make it a lot easier. There we go, that will stay closed now. And let's get started. So yarn over into there, and we do a standing double crochet, and this is the side, so let's just do a cluster. Then here, this is where we are going to make a corner, so that means 3 double crochets, 2 chains, and 3 double crochets. Then we get to this side here, and again that's another corner. So 3 double crochets, 2 chains, and 3 double crochets. And as you can see, it's now going to grow, so we also have a side on our narrow side, and so next time you will be putting a cluster here, and that will grow as well. So this side obviously will grow, and this side will grow. So just like a normal granny square, it's just that you have sort of made the middle, I don't know, made the side longer or made one side longer. But I'm assuming that if you just keep going, you'll have a bedspread for a double bed, see, because you're going to have a longer than wider, so you're not going to end up with a square anymore, but you will have a rectangle. So I will be back later on to show you how this has grown, and then to finish the cushion, because obviously I was making it for this. To finish that, I will put it all together in another video to show you what I have done and what the cushion looks like on my sofa. I am now going to continue with my rounds, and to be honest, I am just going to choose colours you know, as and when, sort of random. I'm not going to follow any particular order. I'm just going to take the colours that I had, and I'm just going to use them in any order. So here you can see that my rectangle has grown already, and I am really liking these colours. And here I have already put it in the cushion. I was so eager and I forgot to film anymore. But to find out what I did, take a look at the other video. Bye!